and I'm going to hell.
You about to get us canceled off rip.
In a handbasket.
You getting us canceled off rip. I promise you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Wrestling Talk Radio. The first episode of 2024, y'all.
And that's how you start it?
And that's how we started. 2024, brand new year. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I don't know this dude. I promise I don't know this dude.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I want to... Happy belated New Year. I know we're almost into February, but hey, I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways. Happy belated New Year. Everybody, welcome to the first episode of Wrestling Talk Radio for 2024. I'm your host, Big Keith, for everything with wrestling in the wrestling world. I know this is the first show of the year, and I apologize. It's been busy as hell and everything. I'm into coaching again, so as y'all see the coaching shirt in the background. So I'm back coaching again. We lost our game last week, 25-21. It was a good game. Hopefully we'll bounce back this Saturday. We got another game this coming Saturday. Hopefully we'll bounce back. So I've been busy with the coaching thing. So I apologize. I'm going to try to... The shows are going to dwindle down a little bit more because of the coaching thing. But hopefully once the season ends, we'll go back into the regular rotation of the shows and everything. So, but before I kick it off, as always, make sure y'all like all the socials. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure y'all like us on Facebook. Y'all like us on Instagram. Also, follow us on Twitter as well, where I keep everything updated with the latest and greatest in wrestling news. Tonight's show, jam-packed show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot to discuss. It's a lot to discuss. It's WrestleMania season, y'all. The road to WrestleMania starts this coming Saturday night with the Royal Rumble live from Tropicana Field here in, in Tampa, Florida. Royal Rumble. We're on the road to WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber. I think there's a pay-per-view in between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. I'm not for sure. I apologize if I don't know.
Best time of the year, baby.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, y'all. It's sign point season. We will see it this coming Saturday at the Royal Rumble. We're gonna definitely get into the Royal Rumble talk. But as always, let me introduce my co-host. As always, they've already talked, but they always know already. But I got to do it anyways. Him, Tavius Neutron Lucas. Welcome to the show, as always, fam.
How we doing? Should be a fun show tonight. A lot of shit to talk about.
A lot of shit to talk about.
Especially with all the news today.
Yes, a lot of news. A lot of news this week. This has been a crazy. We're not even into Friday yet, and we still got Royal Rumble come Saturday, and it's been already a newsworthy week. So, but. Mother co-host.
That's his shit.
The Samoan Spike Dudley. Chris, how are you, fam? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? I love my theme music every time. Every time.
That'll
Chris,
forever be his shit.
Man.
That is forever the greatest theme song ever.
Chris, got to ask you, man. I know you've been having a lot going on in your life. How are you?
When was the last show?
It was right before the New Year.
Like 2 weeks, like
about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay, well, it was the 28th. I think it was December 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as y'all know, the next day my father passed. So the last show, I said, I dedicated it to him, and then the next day he transitioned on to the afterlife. So how am I doing? I'm here. That's what I got, family and friends, and and my kids and stuff like that. So it's just a different day. Just gotta take it one day at a time. But hey, you gotta move forward. Sucks to suck, but like I told y'all, my dad is the reason why I love wrestling. So I take that with me.
Chris, I know exactly how you feeling. You were in my same position almost. I was in your same position a couple months ago when I lost moms and everything. So you always know in the group chat, we're here for you, brother. We love you and everything. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, fam. Hey, y'all have my back. When mom's passed, we got your back, fam. We're here for you, fam. It's respect.
Appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Major respect. Bang.
But
Go ahead.
Yeah, I turned up with Chris as much as I could.
yeah,
I saw the pictures, man. Beautiful.
man.
Beautiful homecoming, man.
Put it to you like this: I'm done drinking. This drinking ain't for me no more, dude. I got blitzed last weekend, and I mean every day. I even started drinking before the funeral.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I saw it.
yeah. That's how blitzed I was.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, though. Shit.
Get it for Pops, man. Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely sent Pops out with a bang, man.
Your Pops is up there with my Pops and everything. Congrats to
my
Pops, man. My Pops, if y'all don't know, my Pops was a diehard 49ers fan. My boys took the L last week, but you know, me and my Pops, we used to always sit there and give each other shit when 49ers used to play the Packers. And I know I looked up after the loss, I was like, good game, Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. He would have given me a lot of shit if he was here. He would have been on the other side of the couch looking over at me. And he's like, shake my hand. Come over here, shake my hand like a man. I'm like, all right. That's how he was. He said, come over here, shake my hand like a man. Everything. So, Dan.
Yeah. Pops would have been happy that the Packers lost.
Yeah, he always gave me shit and everything. Every time we used to sit there and watch the games with each other, everything, he used to look over at me and word for word, boy, you mighty quiet over there, ain't you? You ain't saying shit all day. That was my Pops, man. That's how y'all would have loved my Pops, man. Pops was definitely he was just like Chris Day. He was OG, man. Y'all would have loved my Pops, man. Pops was good people, man. Hey, 4th of July, you never left with a plate, man. You come through, hey, he go get you a plate if you ain't had enough.
Right.
He will always look out for you. He's like, hey, you ain't had enough. Hold on, let me go get you a plate real quick. I'll be right back. You want something to drink? I got you. That was Pops, man. That was definitely my Pops, man. But
that's love, man.
They up there having a drink, man. Talking shit.
Oh, yeah. You know they are. You know they are.
Right now.
They
probably talking shit about you two.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they probably are. Said,
I know Greg Mormon. He'd be the first to rip you a whole new one.
Yeah. He definitely would have.
Man, so let me tell you about my boy. This motherfucker.
So let me tell you about my son Christopher really quick.
Well, yeah, man. But hey, we're gonna continue on, man. We're gonna keep them in our hearts and our spirits, man. We definitely gonna. Not a day goes by. Everything. Matter of fact, my father's 10-year anniversary of his passing come up next month. So everything's been hard to believe. It's been 10 years. He passed away February 12th, 2014. So it's been 10 years coming up since he passed. So I know February it sucks for me as that whole entire month because everything I had to go through because I was the last person to see my pops alive before he passed.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the hospital and everything, and got a 3 hours later phone call at 12:45 in the morning saying he had passed. So mentally, I had to. February sucks for me. So, anyways, man, we definitely gonna roll on, but we're definitely gonna keep them in our hearts and spirits, though, man. All right, let's get into the show. We got a lot of shit to discuss, man. First of all, I don't know if y'all heard about what happened today with the news that dropped about Vince McMahon. That's why I played No Chance in Hell, because now he really has no chance in hell. Vince McMahon's in a little trouble with some sex trafficking. Some.
I don't know, man.
We're not going to diverge. Look, I'm going to say it like this. We're not going to share everything that was text, but it's on the internet. Go read it. Go find it. Go read it. And get back to me. And it was a lot. Some of the shit I read, because shout out to Ricky, fella, who sent the thing in the group chat, and I read some of that shit, and I was like,
they say he's about to get player one for sure.
Yo, he about to get
for sure.
And I was like, wow. So yeah, Vince is in a lot of trouble, man. And for everyone who's sitting there saying like, we don't believe it, and I'm like, no. We can just sit there and say that shit was real than Vince, because if you know how Vince was, and growing up, we all know the psycho that he was. We all know how the type of man Vince McMahon was. If you knew that man, if you knew how he was, if you read all the text and everything online, you kind of know that's how that man is.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this right now.
Sicko.
as fucked up as it sounds, yes. While I was reading those text messages, not one of those surprised me one bit. I'm just gonna sit there and say it right now. I was not surprised one bit. I think we've all known that's how Vince has rolled for the longest time.
So what do you think? So, we're gonna get to this news in regards to the sale to Netflix or WWE. It's funny how the sale came, but let me ask you, because they said Triple H knew about it. They said Triple H and a few about. You think that's true? You think that was true? Or you think it's
the only people I've seen that are saying that are the AEW cults. That's the only people I've seen tweeting about it, saying anything about it. Now, did they probably know about something about it? Sure. I mean, Stephanie leaving last year or whatever, kind of is making a little more sense now, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're not gonna go anywhere. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Triple H's job is safe, regardless of the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
They want to put this shit behind them as quickly as
I
possible.
want to know one thing and one thing only: is the Brock Lesnar part true? That's all I want to know.
I want to know that shit.
That's
too,
all I want to know. Because
because
all of us are Brock Lesnar fans here, but I just want to know: did Brock get down with the boogie like that?
I gotta know too. I read that.
I need.
I read some of that, and I was just sitting there like I had to digest it when I read it. I was like,
the sooner I find out, the sooner I can let out this just outrageous laugh.
And trust me, fam, there's gonna
because if it's true, oh lordy lord,
there's more coming too.
I'm gonna lose it.
Like there's more coming than what we read.
Watch it. Watch. It wasn't Brock Lesnar the whole time. It was Matt fucking Riddle.
You think this will be on Dark Side of the Wrestler next?
Yeah, absolutely.
They
need to dedicate a whole fucking season of Dark Side of the Ring to Vince McMahon, especially after the shit today. Do you know how much you could talk about with that man?
Who's willing to come forward to say something?
And you have at least 30 years worth of footage, promos, all and not to mention all the people that could speak on Vince too.
It's a lot.
I need a whole season dedicated to Vince for Dark Side of the Ring. I'm saying like an 8-parter, kind of like how they did The Last Dance. Chris, nothing. You awfully quiet there. You awfully quiet there, sir.
No, it's not that I'm quiet. I'm just letting y'all.
Go ahead, Chris.
Y'all need to say. I don't agree. So I don't agree. I don't think he did. I think. Is there enough?
Yeah, I just didn't know if I should wash this can.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking to my niece. But anyways, I already said it. I don't believe it. I know. Hey, I know we live and they gonna say, "Oh, it's victim blaming." I'm not one of them fucking people. I don't. It's not that I'm victim blaming. I just don't believe every essay is really that. You know what I mean? All I caught, but like y'all said, there might be more. Like Lucas said, if you know Vince McMahon, yeah, that shit is. Yeah, but I believe.
I mean, are
Shorty,
you surprised, really?
but I believe Shorty was a willing participant.
Yeah,
I don't think he trafficked her. It was to me, by just reading those text messages, he's just a freakazoid. He's a freak. I mean, but you knew Vince McMahon was a freaking freak. Does that make it okay? No, I'm not saying that. But some people are into different kinks. Some people are into fetishes. You know what I mean? Vince McMahon is an old man with money. The man's 70-something years old with millions of dollars, maybe $1 billion. You think he's not a pervert?
I mean,
For real?
when you really put it like that.
When you put it like that, I mean, the man was releasing superstars due to budget cuts because he had to pay these hoes off.
Yeah, you're not
I
wrong.
didn't mean,
There.
I shouldn't have called him no hoes. That's wrong as hell. I'm sorry. But
Bad Chris. Bad Chris.
Yeah, bad Chris. You know what I mean? But I'm just simply saying, man, this is 2024. It kicked off months ago. Everybody coming out with, you know, accusations and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think Vince is just guilty of being a pervert. He's a freak. That's the way I look at it.
Hey, it's not anything we didn't know already.
Right. I mean, you thought he was gonna be with Linda's old ass for the longest? I mean, come on.
He said on live TV,
Hey,
I want a divorce.
Hey, Linda got old, not Vince.
Linda's too busy in politics now.
Right. Linda's in politics, man. She ain't got time to please Vince's urges, brother.
Right.
Linda ain't getting down like that.
Vince, I'll go elsewhere.
Not anymore, at least.
Vince said, look, I'll dye my hair black. Vince said, look, I dye my hair black. I got money. Y'all gonna give me this cooter.
Vince said, I got a whole roster.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I got a whole
But
roster.
as far as Stephanie leaving because of that, no. I think Stephanie knew that they were gonna sell the company and she wasn't gonna be a part of it. I also believe that Stephanie just didn't want her name involved in the whole, you know, Vince paying all these women off.
Which is understandable at the end of the day.
Right.
She got out there while she could.
Right.
Right, you know, but I mean, she left and then the sale kicked off. Then the sale happened, you know, so listen,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with it going to Netflix because
Well, that's what we're going to get into next.
you know what I'm saying? I don't think that has anything with it to do because what is wrong?
But let's talk about that. All right,
What is wrong? But then again, you know, Raw, you know, Vince McMahon was wrong.
There will be more in regards to the Vince McMahon story. Like I said, if it's out there, go read it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know it's out there.
So next, as Chris.
Were the messages graphic? Hell yeah.
Very.
It was graphic, but hey man, listen. Music is graphic.
Music's been graphic.
Music is graphic. I mean, like I said, Vince is just a perv. He's a perv, and he just happened to be. He put it in cyberspace. You know what I mean? Like he put it on text messages. You know, he nasty about his. And obviously Shorty was with it. Shorty was with it.
She got down with the get down.
You know, I believe she's ashamed of herself that she participated in some of the freak shit. You know what I mean? And when you're ashamed of yourself, you got to get from under it. Oh, he made me do it. It's easy to say, oh, this person, you know, that's all you got to do now. And people are going to believe it. That's easy. And people are going to believe it, fam. It sucks, but that's society now. So if anybody's watching this, I'm not victim blaming at all. I'm not, you know, I'm not saying, first of all, I'm not saying she's lying. I don't know if she's lying. I just said I don't believe it. That's my opinion. I believe she was a willing participant. I think somebody found out that she was doing some freak nasty shit and she felt ashamed. So what do you do when you feel ashamed? You got to get from under it. Well, you know what? Yeah, I did it. That's because he made me do it. That's the way I look at it. Me too. Y'all can come at me if you want. I'm not changing it. I'm not victim blaming at all. And if it comes out that it's true, then Vince, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're sick. You're disgusting. You use your power. You use your power to take advantage of somebody. You're disgusting. That's if it's true. If this is a money grab,
I mean, then again, it really wouldn't be a surprise if it was a money grab either.
there you go. There you go.
Shit like
there
that.
you go.
Shit like that in wrestling does not surprise me in 2024. Honestly,
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Whether it's bullshit that happens inside the actual company or outside of it, it just does not surprise me at this point. I'm starting to think like
it doesn't surprise me as society, period, bro.
nah. All right, I'm done talking about Vince.
Yeah, I'm done talking about that too. You know what I mean? Because that's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
you don't want to. You know,
and you already started off the show trying to get us canceled.
Yeah, man. You already kicked the shit off.
Yeah, so we're gonna put a lid on it.
And with that being said, like Chris mentioned earlier, the other big news that came out of this week was the Monday Night Raw is going to Netflix in January 2025. There was mixed feelings in regards to this, in regards to them leaving cable. They've been on cable for over 30-something years. Like I remember, and me and Chris, you know, we're the same age. We remember when Monday Night Raw was on USA when they were only an hour. So we've came from when they were on USA for an hour to when they went to 2 hours to when they went to TNN. Then they went back to USA, and now they are no longer going to be on cable television. They are going to be on Netflix.
Spike TV. Let's not forget they were on Spike TV.
Spike TV as well. So now they're going on Netflix. It's been a lot of. Everybody was like, well, I'm done with WWE now because they're going on Netflix and this and that and everything. Let me ask you, what are your opinions?
First of all, the only people who said that are, again, the AEW cult, thinking that they're edgy by, you know, oh, I'm gonna cancel my Netflix.
I will say I've heard a few people, TNA fans, AEW fans in regards to that, said, you know, who are average WWE fans as well, said they were not going to watch Monday Night Raw anymore due to it going to Netflix. So I've heard it all over the board.
There's probably other reasons behind that due to some bullshit with Netflix, but
how do y'all feel about this? Them going from cable TV to Netflix?
I mean,
hurt them, help them? Is it, hey, I'm going to still watch? What do y'all think?
For all the smartasses out there who don't realize one thing, cable is slowly kind of dying, and streaming is the new trend. So I've been on Twitter the last few days since it got announced, and a lot of these smartass, AEW fans and specifically saying, oh, they got kicked off cable, but no, sorry, excuse me, but I'm just gonna say this right now. If somebody offered me $5 billion to get the fuck out of here, yeah, where's my money? Give me my money right now. Run me that $5 billion.
And
sorry.
The thing about it is the deal and they said the deal was for 10 years for $5 billion. Now they said they can see how things go in 5 years.
They do have a 5-year opt-out. I get that.
5-year opt-out, but if things going after that, they can extend it for what? Another.
But here's why it's a genius idea to move it to Netflix. People all over the world have Netflix. People had to pay for cable TV, like all over the world. They had to pay. I know people in Europe were paying like something extra to get WWE. It was like part of the sports package or whatever. So them going to Netflix, which is available worldwide, kind of makes it a lot easier for people. So they'll be getting a lot more viewers weekly, I guarantee you.
Well, this is what they should do. If it's going on Netflix, okay, I don't watch Raw much anyway, if at all. So
I have it on in the background most of the time anyway.
So I can't even.
And during football season, it goes on the monitor.
I'll still go to Raw.
Yeah,
I don't care that,
I watch Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis. So, I'm not going to be one of those that sit there and just be like, well, I'm done with it. There's ways around finding, ways to watch it. Whether you have Netflix or not, there's always a way to get around and find it. So, but I'm still gonna watch it. It's just gonna be weird not seeing it on cable. I've had cable in a couple of years. Here locally we have Cox Communications. I haven't had cable in like 3-4 years. So I've been using streaming services or whatever. But I don't have Hulu. I don't have Netflix. I don't have none of that. So it's not gonna make me want to get a Netflix account. Like I said, there's ways around watching Monday Night Raw. So, hey, for the money, Can't be mad at that. $5 billion for 10 years.
Like I said, I do the same thing.
Exactly.
Run me that.
Take it. Take it. You know, I mean, what other network? You know, and for those asking, SmackDown is going to stay on USA. They'll be still on USA, and then NXT is moving to WGN starting in October. I believe USA is moving SmackDown in October as well. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I don't want to misquote that. Hold on, let me check. Because I posted a thing on the Wrestling Talk Radio page.
Kids, you see her this ass? What were we getting?
Yeah, my homeboy was texting me during the show, and he said, just focus on your podcast. He said, just focus on your podcast. I was like, I'm just going to focus on my... Shout out to Hal Walther, man, my homeboy from high school.
We're getting 30 burger.
Yeah, my homeboy from high school.
It's time to put the controller down.
But how often? Let me remind you something. Ain't you a Cowboys fan? All right then. So with that being said, let me see.
I'm sorry, but Cowboys fans shouldn't speak until next football season.
Yeah, but he gonna bother me about, and he's a Lakers fan too.
Okay, he gets slapped.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah,
that sounds like somebody else Chris and I know.
That's stupid to be a Lakers fan.
Well, hold on, but get this, he's a Yankees fan too.
And speaking of the devil, I just got a text message, 5 straight L's.
Oh, Justin texted you?
Yeah.
Good. I hope he calls you out of your name too.
SmackDown and NXT are both moving to their networks. Their networks in October 2024. Now, there was a report that I posted in the group that Monday Night Raw is going to stop showing. Well, the deal is over September 30th of this year. And then they said Monday Night, they're not going to air nothing for Monday Night Raw. How's that going to work? Any idea how they're going to air Monday Night Raw for the next after September 30th? Is there going to be a Raw anymore? Because don't forget, you still got Survivor Series in November.
I mean, yeah. I'm sure we'll know by then what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, there's probably a plan in place, because I'm like, wait a minute, how weird is it gonna be on Monday night and not knowing that it's not on USA Network anymore? That's just gonna be weird as hell. I'm used to going to USA Network on Monday nights, and it's not like now I'm gonna be sitting there like, oh shit, I forgot they're not on USA Network anymore. That shit's gonna feel weird. It's gonna take a minute for me to get used to that, especially when the SmackDown transition wasn't that hard because they went to Fox. So I was okay with that.
Yeah, Fox is a big network.
The big one was when NXT moved off the network and went to live TV.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of people didn't know. Yeah, that was the one that was kind of weird for me, because I went from watching on the network to when it was an hour show, then it went to USA Network. It was a 2-hour show. So a lot of changes coming in 2004. So yeah, that was the big news. And also, The Rock is one of the chairman now for the WWE.
He's one of the board of directors.
One of the board directors. So The Rock.
So he legit is actually sitting at the head of the table now. It's actually funny.
Legit sitting at the head of the table, man. So a lot of big news in WWE. A lot of shit going on this week, man. Definitely a lot of big news going on this week. And speaking of which, another news. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins had a knee injury. He faced the GOAT, Jinder Mahal, last Monday, not this past Monday night, but last Monday night before, for the World Heavyweight Championship. He got injured during the match. Said it was an MCL injury. He came out today. He said, a lot of people started talking and saying they got the one idea that Lucas had recommended that I was a fan of was having the World Heavyweight Championship be for the Royal Rumble, but apparently they said Rollins should be cleared in a month. Rollins said he dodged a bullet. He said no torn ACL. That's good. So he dodged a major bullet. So, but he said he should be good in a month. So he didn't relinquish the World Heavyweight Championship. That's going to stay intact. But now there's being rumors in regards to the matches for WrestleMania. But we're going to get to that in just a minute in regards, because now they were looking at changing the WrestleMania card. Royal Rumble is Saturday, like I mentioned before. As y'all know, the road to WrestleMania is getting ready to start. We're excited. What do you guys think? Are you changing your prediction now? Remember we did our predictions at the end of the year for the wrap-up for 2023. Are you still sticking with your predictions? Are you still, after CM Punk came, are you still saying you're sticking with your predictions? You want to change your mind? What do y'all think?
I don't know. I feel like they're going to throw a huge curveball at us on Saturday.
I feel the same way, man.
I'm with you and Lucas on that one.
something
Like, I feel like one. So you can call me crazy on this, but I feel like either LA Knight or Styles could end up going into the men's rumble. Depends on where the men's rumble is and where that match is in the night. Imagine one of them sneaking into the rumble and winning it.
So
LA Knight would probably be the more reasonable one to win.
I'm sticking with LA Knight winning the U.S. title mania. I'm not gonna even go away from that. I would say, but now it's like as you're starting to see more and starting to hear more, now you're sitting there thinking like, okay. Then he's like, I don't think Cody's gonna win. I honestly, I feel like he's gonna go to Punk, but then like you said, they might be throwing a curveball. Something's going to happen, and I think we're all gonna be shocked.
I'm all for it.
I'm all for it. I don't want to see an obvious winner for Royal Rumble. Can y'all remember 1 year for Royal Rumble where the winner was like we didn't know who the hell it was going to be and it was a surprise?
Yeah, when Roman Reigns won. Oh, when we didn't know who it was going to be?
Yeah, like we didn't know. Like you didn't.
Oh,
when Triple H won it. When Triple H won the belt.
Yeah. I didn't see that one coming.
I was gonna say an obvious one was definitely Roman Reigns when he won it. Everybody knew he was gonna win that year.
2017 when Randy Orton won it?
Yeah.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't see that one coming either.
Do y'all think any surprise entrance that you think we're gonna see any?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. After the last 3 years, 2 years of disrespectful and anticipation of a surprise entry, and then it not be what we thought, I don't even give a shit, to be honest with you. I'm not banking on no surprise or anything to jump out my seat like, oh my God. Not like ever since Edge, that's it. That's the last one.
That's the last one. I think you'll see a few NXT people. Probably like maybe
we do that every year.
They better have Trick fucking Williams in the Royal Rumble this year.
I believe out of the NXT people, I think Trick is going to be in there. I think Carmelo's going to be in there.
I think Carmelo's going to be in there.
I believe Braun Breaker's going to be in there. I believe those are the three, and that's it.
I may have one for a surprise only because I saw it on Twitter and I really don't want it to happen, but I feel like it could happen.
Who's that?
If it's the same one I saw, I'm surprised you're not excited, Lucas.
I saw fucking Ty Dillinger say he was gonna come in at number 10. Like,
oh my God, I would hate that.
Like, bro, we saw it one time where that happened, but like, why? First of all, you thought the grass was greener on the other side. You were in AEW for like 2 whole months, and then you vanished out of thin air.
You
like
had that
years.
one where you hit Cody Rhodes with the was it Cody that he hit?
Yeah, he smacked Cody. Yeah, he smacked Cody in the face with the chair.
Yeah, because it was an unguarded chair shot. Yeah,
he had his 10 minutes of fame.
He had his 10 minutes. I don't think he's coming back to WWE, but hey, what do I know?
The whole 10 thing was hot at NXT. Of course, when he came in,
He was one of Triple H's guys, though, too.
He was.
Yeah,
he was one of Triple H's guys. I will say that.
And we discussed that in regards to if guys in NXT who come up should just stay in NXT.
Oh, but here's the thing, though. I'll tell you.
That's a show discussion we'll have to have in regards to that.
Hey, I'll tell you who's coming back on the women's side, though.
Go ahead. I know who you say. And I think she's going to be number 5.
And I'm about to laugh right in Chris's face if she does show up on Saturday.
Go ahead and say
it. If Sasha shows up, I'm laughing I'm laughing right in Chris's face.
That's who I thought you were talking about at first, actually.
I've
been. Why would I? Fam, you can laugh all you want. Hey, that's another person that thought. Hey, that's another person that thought the grass was greener on the other side too.
I think AJ.
That's your pick.
But you know what though? I will say this: she did not sign with Tony Khan's stupid ass. I will.
She was there. She was there. She was there. I don't care. She was there. She's another person. She's another person that thought the grass was greener on the other side. And now you're running your bitch ass back.
Her and Bailey were in TNA up in the fucking rafters.
Fuck out of here.
Or in the press box.
No. If it was anybody else, Lucas, you'd be on their ass. Don't try to do that.
She coming back. What's her name?
Do you think Jade Cargill makes her debut?
She does.
In the Royal Rumble.
I think she does.
I think she does too. Jade Cargill.
Jade?
Yeah, I would hope so.
I think she's gonna make her debut.
Jade makes her
But I
debut.
think- but wait a minute, hold on. This is gonna be a debut, but I don't think you're gonna see her on shows going forward. I think this is like a one-off to get her name out there, and then.
No, you're going to see her on shows. You're not just going to debut somebody at the Rumble and then not have them on TV.
Jade is gonna be at WrestleMania, yo. She fighting.
Yeah.
So you think so? Okay.
So she's been off. She hasn't been on anything yet because her mom had passed. No, training and her mom had passed away from what I read.
I'm sorry, my bad.
So she was dealing with that too.
Okay, so Jade Cargill will definitely debut at the Royal Rumble.
So Jade, Sasha, I think Naomi comes back too.
I think Naomi's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm hearing Naomi come back too.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be in the Rumble.
But I heard that might be a forbidden door because she's still a part of TNA.
No, her deal's up. She just finished her contract up with TNA because she had she just faced Jordan Grace.
Hey, speaking of, do you guys think Okada shows up in the Rumble?
No, hell no.
No,
absolutely not.
No.
All right, bigger question right here.
Okada's not setting foot in WWE, dude.
There's been rumors saying that
we're gonna get to that.
There have been rumors saying that he's probably WWE bound, but I don't know how true those are.
I don't believe. I'm sorry, I just can't believe that.
Chris, I'm sorry. I've been hearing rumors WWE. They said they want to put him in NXT.
So Ricky said this best. What initially they should do, because remember how Triple H at one point had this vision of NXT Japan? He buys out New Japan, takes a couple wrestlers from there, and then incorporates it and uses it as base and rebrands it as an NXT Japan.
Man, I'm sorry, I can't see him buying out New Japan. New Japan got too much history, dude.
NXT Europe. I thought he was going to do NXT Europe. What happened to that?
I don't know. I mean, he had UK going.
COVID happened. That's what happened. COVID happened.
Yeah.
Do you guys think The Rock shows up in the men's Rumble?
No.
I don't think The Rock.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I'm really over this whole Rock and Roman shit.
But it's gonna happen more than likely.
And everybody, when he came on the Raw and talk about, she said it. I'm like, pump your brakes. It's like because everybody was like, well, Cody's never gonna finish the story. Look, at this point, we don't give a damn about Cody finishing the story this time. I don't think Cody's ever gonna finish the story.
Hey, I'm all cool with Cody getting his ass dragged all over WrestleMania again by Roman.
So it's good. The Roman, if it don't happen this year,
I'm okay with Cody taking his ass back to TK.
If it don't happen, I do think
it takes Phil with him. It takes Phil with him.
Brock Lesnar will be in the Rumble, and I think this sets up the match with him and Gunther at WrestleMania.
Yeah. After today, I don't know about that.
That mean Gunther is gonna eliminate him.
I think Gunther eliminates Brock Lesnar, and that sets that match up. Now, will it be for the Intercontinental title? Probably not. That means Gunther is gonna have to drop the title before Mania. But we'll see how we'll get there. Eventually, we'll get there. And I think if they do take the belt off of him, I think Jey Uso takes the belt off of him. I think we're heading toward Jey Uso versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title somewhere down the line. Could possibly be Elimination Chamber. I don't know yet.
We'll see.
We'll definitely see. But I think overall, if I had to pick a Royal Rumble winner for the men's, I do think ultimately it's going to be CM Punk.
Oh shit!
So I do think it's going to be CM Punk that's going to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going to stick with that. And if he didn't come to WWE, I would say Cody. But I don't think Cody wins the Rumble. I don't think it's necessary for him to win back-to-back Rumbles.
Nah.
I mean, he could. I don't know. That's the curveball. He could win back-to-back Rumbles to, solidify that. I don't know.
He'd have to come in at like number 8 or 9 to convince
Cody's not coming in until like 25.
That'd be dumb. That would be so dumb.
Gunther's going to come in at because Gunther was 1. Gunther's not going to come into like 25, 26.
So who's going to be the Iron Man this year?
Gunther?
No.
Not again. LA
Knight comes in at 1.
Like I said, it really depends where the Fatal 4-Way match is during the night.
Yeah.
Because remember, last year they opened up the show with the men's Rumble.
I think the women's Rumble opens up Royal Rumble.
Bro,
I think the women's Rumble will be better than the men's Rumble.
Bro, I'd be cool with the men's Rumble opening up the show again. I think that was dope last year.
So where would you
Fine with me. I don't give a shit.
Where would you put the Fatal 4-Way?
Main event. What you mean?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They've only announced.
Because here's the thing. You put it in the main event, that is going to set up something big to happen like last year. Remember, Sammy smacked Roman with the chair last year.
True.
And Chris and I were on the phone for about an hour and a half after that talking about that too.
How many over under for Superman punches in that fatal four?
10 for sure.
10?
Over 10. Over 10.
How many spears?
I'd bet that too. I'd bet that.
That'd be a good parlay with how many spears?
Oh shit! At least 8.
It's gonna be like 8 spears.
No, I think at least about 8 spears.
Eight spears, one through a wall on the outside. I believe it's gonna be one of those things where
we're getting an RKO on the table.
Yeah, we're gonna see RKO. We're gonna see at least 4 or 5 RKOs.
Somebody going through the announce table for
Somebody's
sure.
going through the announce table. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild match, man. It's definitely gonna be a wild match. On the women's side, you know who I think Bayley's gonna win the Rumble.
I would like that.
I had Bayley winning the women's Rumble this year.
I would like that. I would like that.
Rumble. I like that.
I like that. I think Bayley deserves to win the Rumble.
I think she should.
And you know what? I'm not the biggest Bayley, but Bayley has taken a back seat since she's been back from that injury. She's taken a back seat. I think she deserves to win the Rumble.
Facts.
I think it's gonna be her versus Io at WrestleMania.
Yes. She deserves. I'm sorry, she deserves it. I think there's no other female that deserves to win the Rumble but Bayley.
She's gonna get kicked out. I believe she's gonna get. I think this is the way they're gonna do it. She's gonna get kicked out of Damage Control, and I believe she's gonna be turned face.
Think so?
I think.
Yeah, I mean they kind of alluded to it a long time ago.
If you've been watching the product for a couple of months, you can.
Yeah, once she cashed in that Money in the Bank, I knew that was happening. I thought it was gonna be Io that was gonna turn face, but now it's kind of like Io finna be the leader.
Yeah, I see. Now I like how they turned it, and I'm like, okay, I like this. So I think ultimately, Bayley
because Bayley is out of place.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I think
she is.
Bayley said she was going to challenge. If she wins, she was going to challenge Rhea Ripley. But they're going to throw you a curveball, and Rhea's going to challenge Io for the title at Mania. And that crowd's going to pop when she wins the title, too. That crowd. So I think that's where I don't see anybody now. Becky doesn't need to win the title. She doesn't need to win the Rumble. She doesn't need to win the Rumble. Clearly, they're doing Becky and Rhea at WrestleMania. It's pretty much probably already stoned in. It's penciled in. That's the match. How they get to it is probably. I think Becky Lynch probably wins the Elimination Chamber to face Rhea at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch doesn't need to win. Bianca Belair doesn't need to win the Rumble. I believe this is going to be Bayley's year to win the Rumble. I don't see anybody. Yeah, Bianca's not going to win it because I'm tired of her. I'm not tired of her, but it's, the whole story going on with Bayley and Damage Control. I think it's going to be Bayley's time to win the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 100%. I don't disagree, dude.
Yeah, so that's coming up on Saturday.
And even I'm saying it. I'm like, hey, man, I think Bayley should win it, man. I think that's the only person I feel like deserves it and everything like that. So
yeah, I really do believe. I don't see any other woman. Like I said, Becky.
She deserves to be in the main event or the main women's match for WrestleMania. At least one of them.
Yeah. So I don't see any other woman. Charlotte Flair obviously she would have been in if she wasn't injured.
She tore her TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's out for a while. So. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. Royal Rumble, all the other two matches, Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. So other than that, that's it for Royal Rumble. You got the men's match, the women's match, and then the other 2 matches. So there's only 4 matches. Of course the Rumble takes usually like an hour or so. So that's coming up Saturday on Peacock. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And then I'll post all the results and everything from the show afterwards as always. The WrestleMania card, like I was saying. So there was rumors saying they wanted to do Gunther versus Seth Rollins now. Then they were going to do The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and then they were going to do CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. And I was like, no. Why would you do CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes with nothing on the line? Just a singles match.
That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
I'll be honest. it makes no sense to not have Cody or CM Punk not in a championship match. That's just how I look at it.
That doesn't
They
make
have
sense.
to be in a championship match.
Gunther versus Rollins. I mean,
No.
Gunther's gonna be a champion. He's gonna be a champion. Not now. I say Gunther
Yeah.
should at least win the title.
Not now.
Not now. Let him run with the Intercontinental title. Let him be. Do you okay? If they do Brock Lesnar versus Gunther, do you think Gunther beats Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That gives him
Absolutely
a huge win on his resume.
I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
right.
I would love that. Compile those wins along the way, and then down the line, you win the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam.
Gunther gonna win the championship at like a SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, let go.
Like he's gonna win it at not a WrestleMania, but one of the major.
Yeah, one of the major shows coming up.
Yeah, he will win it at a major show.
Yeah, not Money in the Bank, but I think they'll save that for SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam will be the perfect place.
Y'all consider Money in the Bank a major show?
Yes.
I do.
Really?
I put it as top 5 now, behind the big 4, the major 4. Now I put that as a major because the thing about it is Money in the Bank. That's the suitcase. Speaking of suitcase,
Senor Money in the Bank still has the briefcase.
I keep forgetting he has the suitcase, man. I keep forgetting about that shit, yo. I don't know why. I keep forgetting he does have it. What happens with that?
I don't know.
I don't know. What
Does he cash in?
I don't know. When would you cash it in? I'm kind of confused now. How you gonna do this now? Like, what happens? Does he?
Who knows?
I mean, you don't want to obviously see Rollins is gonna go into the WrestleMania with the title. So obviously you're not gonna, unless you're gonna cash in and fail. You know. Do you think? Wait a minute. Was Rollins gonna have a match for the heavyweight championship at Royal Rumble before he got hurt, or I don't think he was scheduled to have a match, was he?
I don't think so. No.
Hold on, I'll give you another. What about Drew McIntyre?
Him winning the Rumble again?
Yeah, that could be a twist.
Could be.
That could be a twist.
That could be.
That could be.
I just can't see it though.
Yeah, I don't see it. It's got to be. If it's not Punk,
It's nothing against Drew.
No, fact.
Can't see it. I just cannot see it doing that.
Fact.
Got us through the pandemic, bro. Drew got us through the pandemic.
I just cannot see them doing Drew as another winner within 4 years.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
No.
I feel you on that.
Are y'all okay with no back-to-back winners and having somebody new every year win it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I like to give you somebody new to win the Rumble, man. So definitely.
Unless you got a dude who's like a straight up underdog, like for 2 years, and he needs to win like both Rumble. Like if you were to build a perfect like underdog story arc, sure. But there's really no need for it because there's not really an underdog these days.
Yeah. And I don't think LA Knight was going to be fine. Like I said, I think LA Knight versus Logan Paul for the United States title, I think that's definitely going to happen at Mania. I think that is definitely one of the matches to watch at Mania.
I think beating Roman Reigns right now at this point is probably worth more than winning back-to-back Rumbles.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And I still
If not, it's probably the equivalent.
And I still think we get Cody versus Reigns. I think Cody wins Elimination Chamber. And then he goes on to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
What if they do triple threat, Cody, Rock, Reigns?
I heard about that too. I heard that shit too. Oh man, so many possible. I really don't think The Rock's gonna be at WrestleMania.
I think we're just gonna have to wait until Saturday and see what happens.
Yeah, I think Saturday's.
Or I also thought about this. What if the Fatal 4-Way is the main event? Roman wins, he's celebrating, and then he's confronted by The Rock.
I can see that.
Like at the end of the show.
If he's confronted by The Rock, it happens at Mania.
Absolutely.
It happens at Mania. They said Reigns is not scheduled for Elimination Chamber, so
yeah,
we can end the talk about Reigns versus Rock at Elimination Chamber. He's not scheduled for like after Royal Rumble.
And Rock has been talking about that match a lot lately. He's been floating it out there a lot lately.
I noticed that. He's been talking about it. Makes now it's like, but the thing about it is it going to happen?
I mean, if The Rock's talking about it a lot, then I mean it probably will. Because when was the last time you saw Rock be like this active
in WWE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed up twice in the last couple months.
Do you think Ava being the name of the general manager of NXT had anything to do with The Rock too?
No.
Ain't that his daughter?
Yeah.
Yes.
She hasn't. Yeah.
She was in Schism, the faction, but one of them got released, I think, and they just kind of broke it up.
Grizzled Young Veterans got released.
Yeah, that's right.
They're actually in TNA now, so they're back in TNA to their old gimmick again.
Yeah.
But Joe Gacy's is doing his own thing. He's about to be in a feud with Dijak. And
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. William Regal appeared on television for the first time.
Yeah, his year is up. His year. Remember, he couldn't appear on TV for a year.
And it made all the AEW cultists fucking angry and you know.
Regal is not the general manager in NXT. He was just there, so everybody was like, "Well, Regal's there." No, Regal was just there, just be on screen showing some.
I'm sure Regal is hired by WWE again, though.
Yeah, but I really
he was hired last year. Yeah, remember, because that was the terms of him getting out of his AEW contract. He can go back to WWE, but he couldn't be on TV. So it had to last for a year.
You know what I love though about that whole thing? Regal went in there and saw immediately how shit that fucking thing was. He saw it immediately and did not try to sugarcoat it like all these other wrestlers do, and meat glazed Tony Khan. Nah, he said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Right.
These motherfuckers are childish.
I do believe Regal will be named the general manager of NXT at some point.
Bro, why is AEW only selling 1,800 tickets per show now? They are literally at WCW levels.
Wow, I read that report.
And looking good.
You know what, Lucas?
It's not like we didn't say this would happen, Chris.
At this point, I'll just let them dry out, man.
And it's not like I ever wanted to see AEW die. I just wanted their fans to watch it die.
I don't even want it to die. I mean, I don't.
No, I said I don't want it.
I don't want that.
I didn't want it to. I didn't want it to.
I just want their friends to realize that they're not fans. That's it. But I don't want them to.
But I also want their fans to watch it die slowly.
No, I just want their fans to.
Because we all know what direction it's going in.
I'm really concerned with fans. I'm just concerned with the overall product as a whole.
And it sucks.
Yeah, I'm just concerned.
It has no direction.
The product when I watch it as a viewer, and I see the title matches and then how the women's division is booked, and it's just I have certain things in regards to how the product is presented live on TV as a fan. And I follow this one guy on Twitter. He does a lot of articles and everything. I read he does a lot of articles and he does his reviews after the shows, and I read all his reviews. And he does point out in regards to, a lot of the matches are too predictable. Like last night, you had Penta versus Hangman Adam Page. Everybody know, if you've been watching, that Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland are pretty much going after Samoa Joe with the AEW title. So they've been putting in these matches, but they're facing people that have no chance in hell against them. Like Penta faced Hangman Page, and then Swerve Strickland faced Jeff Hardy.
Right. I saw that.
It's becoming too predictable. Like me as a viewer sitting at home saying, I already know who's going to win the match.
Yeah.
I already know who's going to win the match going into the match. You're putting these guys who are not like on TV a lot or who don't win a lot. You're putting them on TV against guys who are established now, and it's making it too predictable. Like I can sit there and put a card up there for an episode of AEW Dynamite, and I can see the 5 matches, and I can tell you the winner on every single match without even watching the match. I already knew Swerve was going to win. I knew Hangman Page was going to win. They had Wardlow versus Trent Beretta. I knew Wardlow was going to win. It's predictability.
Yeah.
Tony Khan needs to stop booking ASAP. Otherwise, he's going to drive his own company into the ground.
Not as long as his dad is a billionaire.
But I feel like it's already too late for that.
With all the titles, I mean, you got the International, then you had the Triple Crown thing, then you got the trios, and it's like it's like a lot of belts to keep up with, and it's like I'm losing track. I remember growing up as an old school fan watching WWE and just remember WWF Intercontinental Tag Team. That's it. There were 3 belts. There were 3 belts. There were 3 belts, and that was it. But then it's like now you're throwing all these, and I'm an old school wrestler. I mean, I'm an old school fan and everything. Now you're throwing, and I see, then you bring the United States title in, and you bring, the title, which is, I mean, fine. But then with AEW, you got your World Heavyweight, you got your International, you got your Triple Crown, you got Ring of Honor, got 6-man titles, tag team titles.
Shit makes no sense.
It's a lot to keep up with, man. It's like, hey, can we trim it down just to a little bit here and everything? Because it's like you're putting up against, and it's like the title defenses are against guys who are like have no shot against these teams. And it's like, okay, it's like, it's just, I don't know. It's like it's predictability. It's a lot of predictability in regards to who's going to win, or if you're going into a pay-per-view, you obviously know who's going to win. Like Royal Rumble on Saturday, we don't know who's going to win. It's predictable. I mean, not predictable. It's unpredictable. We don't know who's going to win on the men's and women's side. All we can do. But if AEW's do a Royal Rumble, we pretty much know if you put 29 guys in there that have not been on TV in months, and you put one guy on there who's been on the winning streak, I know who the one guy's going to win. So it's like, if they were more unpredictable, I think it would be a better product and everything. As a viewer, I want to watch the product and sit there and be like, hey, this is one hell of a match. It's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't know who's going to win.
There was a time that AEW was like that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of unpredictability, man. I that's what I definitely love, man. That's like I said, like we were discussing with the Royal Rumble. Hey, there'll be a curveball, and I'm okay with that. It's unpredictability. I like that. I like to know, hey, it might be something, everything. Like, hey, if it's and I'm just throwing a name out there. Hey, what if Nakamura wins? I know he's won previously, but I'm just throwing a name out there. Or Nakamura wins the Royal Rumble. You don't know. Not saying, hey, he may not be going to WrestleMania.
That was unpredictable when he won it too.
Exactly.
It was.
That was unpredictable.
Yeah, and not saying that the person who won the Royal Rumble, they may not make their title shot at the Royal Rumble. They could, and it could be a nobody win the Royal Rumble, and then they can lose their title match at like Elimination Chamber in a one-on-one match. You don't know. Just saying, just throwing that out there. It could be, it can, a lot of things can happen. Definitely a lot of things can happen, And like the scenario, like when Rey Mysterio when he won the Royal Rumble, he didn't get a one-on-one match at Mania. He was in a triple threat match at Mania with Orton and Kurt Angle. So the possibility. I just like to say more unpredictability. Like I want to be sitting there as a fan, knowing these two are going in the ring, and like we don't know who's going to walk out as champion. We don't know who's going to win this match. That's what I enjoy about the unpredictability, man. That's definitely like the same thing. This goes back to NXT Black and Gold. Look at NXT Black and Gold when you had Adam Cole and Gargano going back and forth, So it just a lot of. I want to see more unpredictability in wrestling. So I don't have to sit there and just be like, okay, well they're fighting each other. Okay, he's gonna beat him up for a little while. And the fans gonna root. Then he's gonna come back and beat him up. Then he's gonna come back and make a comeback. Then he's gonna cheat to win, and he wins. Match over in 10 minutes. You already knew. Sitting there, it's like. So, but anyways, one more thing in regards to Okada. We were talking about the releases. We got a lot of releases that's getting ready to come up. I know Okada's contract has been rumored. His contract is officially up with New Japan on January 31st. Indication was he was going to AEW. And I read because AEW would be more likely because he has residence in Japan, and that would keep him in Japan. If he stayed with AEW, he was still keeping his residence in there. But rumor is if he goes down to WWE, they're going to make a move to Florida. But
I mean, if he was smart, think of it this way: you want to be in arenas with 13,000 people or 1,800.
Ultimately, I think
I'm being dead ass.
I get what you're saying.
But like, let these stupid fucking idiots on Twitter tell you, "Oh, I'd rather be in an arena with 1,800 passionate." Bro, shut up. The minute they say passionate, I'm done. Like, y'all are not passionate.
How could you not pass up the opportunity?
I'm hating on another fucking promotion. Like, I'm not hearing it.
How could you not pass up the opportunity to go to WWE?
That's what I'm saying. That's the big leagues right there. That's
the big leagues. I mean, how could you not pass up that opportunity to go to WWE? This is that one chance.
I mean, go to the minors. Cool. Go for it.
Like, this is the one chance. Your contract is up. Imagine you have contracts sitting right there on the table. You can go anywhere you want to go.
Worth big money too.
Look at the money WWE. Look at the name. Look at the possible dream matches you might get. We get Okada.
It's not even the dream matches. Just think about how much money he can make. Think about how much revenue they generate over there. Like, it's a business.
You conquered New Japan. This is your opportunity to go to WWE and show what you're made of. And they say NXT. I wouldn't honestly. I don't care. You can put him in NXT. That's fine with me. I don't care. Put him in NXT. Hey, that'll help get NXT up too. Put him in NXT for a while. Then he wants to come to WWE. I mean, he comes to the main roster. That's fine.
He doesn't even have to be in NXT for the longest. I mean, Drew McIntyre wasn't even in NXT for that long when he came back.
I would say keep him in NXT for maybe 5-6 months, half a year, then go up to the main roster. Matter of fact, bring him in mid-year, let him go all the way to the end of the year, and it'll Rumble. You're on the main roster. I would do it like that. So ultimately, if I had to say where he was gonna go, I gotta say, I hate to say it, he's gonna go to AEW. I think that's where he's gonna go. I don't know for sure. I don't know if he has his mind made.
Hey, if he shows up in the Rumble Saturday, I'm talking big shit. Just so you know,
bruh. You talk about the pop that would happen if he shows up.
I don't know. It wouldn't be a huge pop.
I don't know if he would get that. I don't know if he would get a pop like that. I don't think he would.
A lot of people don't watch New Japan like that.
A lot of people don't watch New Japan like that.
Unless you are a hardcore fan, I don't watch New Japan like that, but I know kind of what's going on over there. I know the big names and all that. But the next person, more than I guarantee you, 90% chance he doesn't know who Okada is.
Yeah. So
yeah.
If you are not watching other promotions,
Ricky.
If you're just Ricky's a New Japan nerd.
Ricky's our New Japan go-to expert. Ricky knows all these. I don't know half these.
Yeah, Ricky's a New Japan nerd, and I mean that in the nicest way possible.
But it's a respectful thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ricky knows his shit.
Right.
He knows his shit. He's Lucas showed me. Hey, I got this guy. He knows about New Japan. We can bring him on the show.
Lucas ain't say shit.
Motherfucker, y'all met Ricky because of me. Don't forget that. You did too. Motherfucker came to my house for a pay-per-view and instantly bonded with Ricky.
Ricky knew his shit and everything. So anytime we need a New Japan reference, we know to go to. And I was gonna post. I forgot to post. Tama Tonga is actually his contract is up with New Japan as well. So I think
the bad guy.
Yeah, what was he part of? I think he was part of God.
He was in Bullet Club too, wasn't he?
He was in Bullet Club, and Bullet Club is still in. I don't know how New Japan is still. I don't know how Bullet Club. Bullet Club is still going. I think Finlay is the new leader of Bullet Club now.
There's still a thing.
That's still a thing over there in New Japan, Bullet Club. So I thought Bullet Club was pretty much dead and gone after Kenny Omega and them left. So, but Bullet Club is still over there in New Japan. I'm actually watching New Japan now. They're showing the old replays from Wrestle Kingdom. So, but yeah, then another thing, Willie Ospreay. Ospreay went over. He went to Ospreay's going to
Man,
AEW.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Dude got scared and tucked his tail between his legs and ran to the minors. Coward. That's how you know he ain't shit.
Hey man, Will Ospreay went.
He was afraid of Seth Rollins. That's what it was.
Think so?
You want no smoke? He didn't want no smoke with Seth Rollins because Seth would have smacked the fucking taste out of his mouth. Wasn't Will Ospreay the one who kind of called out Rollins for? Didn't he try to bring up money or some shit, and Rollins kind of put him in this place? I said, look here, homeboy, I make just as much as you do, and if not, triple.
I think Will Ospreay didn't want to do the scheduling. The schedule.
Yeah.
Once AEW goes under and he has no contract, he could take his ass back to wherever he was because WWE sure ain't gonna want him.
New Japan's losing a lot of their stars, man. But you know what? They still have their, I guess, vast Majority of their stars still in New Japan.
Well, if Will Ospreay was smart, he'd take his ass to TNA once AEW goes under.
Hey, TNA. Let me say this about TNA.
They're number 2. They're ahead of AEW right now, and I dare somebody to try to argue with me.
TNA is actually getting better. I've been watching the product with TNA, and TNA has actually been doing. I'm glad he went back to the TNA.
TNA has been second to WWE for a while now. If you ask me,
I like the fact they went back to TNA. I like some of the matches that they're going. I did see Josh Alexander face Will Ospreay last. It wasn't better than their first.
Nick Nemeth finally gets to showcase himself over there.
Nick Nemeth, as y'all know, aka
is Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler is now in TNA. He actually had his first match tonight against the dude who was with the what's his name? With Wes Lee, the tag team. What was the name of that tag team? The Rascals.
I think TNA is the perfect fit for Dolph.
Yeah, TNA is getting better, man. Moose won the. They had their first pay-per-view, Hard to Kill, a couple weeks. Moose beat the dude from Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley. He beat him for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. So
he got it back now, huh?
Yeah, Moose is the champion. So he got the belt. They got a new group called the System. It's him.
I remember he was champion last time I watched TNA.
Yeah, Moose is the champion. So, and Moose is in great shape, fam. I follow his Instagram and everything. Dude was he was a big dude when he first joined TNA. He lost a lot of weight, man. I watched some of his workouts and everything. He actually is in real good shape, man. So he actually signed a new deal with TNA. So yeah, Moose is the new, and they actually got new belts. Everything. Some of the belts actually look decent.
I think WWE and TNA should partner up together.
I feel like that would be great, man. I definitely feel like that would. That would be great, man. I would definitely like to see that. But TNA is definitely. Hey, they're back. I like how some of them are doing. They got some good signings, man. They definitely are looking good, man. I'm definitely back on the TNA train. So definitely we got a lot of good things going on in 2024, man. It's definitely
so far to start, and then you got AEW over here looking like a complete shit show.
Their next pay-per-view is Revolution, which is March 3rd. So they got that coming up.
And that's Sting's last match, right?
Sting's last match is gonna be. So they're doing the tag team title match with him and Darby Allin versus Ricky Stark and Big Show. So, and it looks like they're going to do the Young Bucks versus Sting and Darby Allin at Revolution. I think it's going to be for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And that'll be Sting.
Darby Allin going to turn on Sting.
Yeah, I can see that happening. So that's going to be happening. So, but hey, we're on the road to WrestleMania, y'all. Hey, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Royal Rumble is Saturday. I am hyped. I am ready to go. I'm ready. I feel like there are going to be some surprises in both Rumbles. I really do feel we're gonna get some moments. It's going to set up a few matches for WrestleMania. Because as y'all know,
I need to mark out Saturday like something that gets me jumping out of my seat type shit.
There's going to be one thing. I believe there's probably going to be one or two moments that's going to be, it's going to be one or two moments that's going to jump out your seat moments. All right, just mark out.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think I'll call one. And I believe there's going to be one major surprise in each Rumble.
I think so too.
I believe there's gonna be one.
I think there's gonna be at least
two, but one.
Bro. Okay.
There's gonna do some dumb shit.
All right. Okay. I don't know why, but something in the deep back of my head tells me that we are going to see Phil's wife show up in the Women's Rumble.
I said AJ Lee's gonna be number 30.
Who? Oh, AJ Lee?
Yeah.
I believe she's gonna be number 30.
I don't think she'll be 30.
She will.
You think that? 30. Okay, now if she's 30, is she back full time or is she like part time, one off type thing? Because here's my thing: I don't think you waste a 30th spot on somebody just that's not going to be there going forward. The
30th. It's just a part of the element of surprise. I think she'll get that and maybe Mania.
So that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking, Chris. Do you think with her coming, if she were to come in at 30? Does this set up for her to do a couple of shows or a storyline down the road?
Yeah, I don't think she'll be here full time.
I don't think she'll be full time. I don't think she'll be full time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you guys think it's just a one off? Like she shows up at 30 and then never shows up again, basically? Because that's what I'm saying. I don't think they'd waste the 30th entry on a one off, and I don't think they ever have. Women or men.
I'm kind of on both fences, man. I'm kind of say yes.
I mean, they wasted the 30th on Nia Jax, and I mean, she's in WWE again.
I don't think she's still number 30. I'm calling for number 30. Is she back full time? It depends on what she's wanted.
I say she comes in at 25, 26.
I say 30. I say 30.
If you do any surprise for the Women's Rumble, you do a couple of them early on and then a couple late.
I believe Lita and Trish are going to be in the Rumble.
They'll be in it.
They'll be in it. I believe Lita and Trish. Some NXT women you might get one or two, and they don't really do a lot of NXT women in it. Tiffany Stratton is going to be in the Rumble, and I think Tiffany Stratton is going full time too. I think she's going to be on the roster full time. I think she's going to end up being on Raw because her boyfriend. I think she dates a dude from Imperium, so I think she's going to be on Raw full time. I think Stratton's done with NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So Carmelo Hayes is going to be done with NXT after he does this whole thing with Trick Williams. Because I think,
they'll fight at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, NXT. Well, you got NXT Vengeance Day that's coming up. I'll go to NXT Vengeance Day is on February the 4th. You got the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Lyra Valkyria is defending the NXT Women's title against Roxanne Perez. I think Perez is going to end up coming up to the roster, so don't be to the main roster. Oba Femi is defending the NXT North American Championship against Dragon Lee. Oba Femi, if y'all didn't know, Oba Femi won the breakout tournament, the men's breakout tournament, where you get a title shot at any title you want. He cashed in on Dragon Lee, became the new NXT North American champion, and now he's facing Dragon Lee for the title at Vengeance Day. The family, Tony D'Angelo, Channing State, Lorenzo, and Adriana Rizzo are going to take on OTM. Out the mud, Lucienne Price, Bronco Nima, and Jada Parker. So, if y'all ain't seen OTM, they're kind of a low-budget crime time. They're a low-budget. Just think low-budget crime time.
You are not wrong about that. You are not wrong.
They are a low-budget crime. And Scripps, who turned into a valet to a gymnast, and all of a sudden now he's from the streets.
Nah, that's funny as hell.
Yo, I kind of was like, I can't see Reggie from the streets.
That is hilarious.
His character is ridiculous in OT. They try to make him seem like he's a thug. It doesn't work. It's really bad. I can't. I sit there and I'm like, God, why did y'all try to make him heel? It's not working. It looks so stupid. He looks like that kid that tries to go hard with the game and it just doesn't work. It's cringeworthy when you see him on screen. Anyways, but yeah, so and of course Ilya Dragunov is defending the NXT Championship against Trick Williams. What I think is gonna happen, everybody knows with the whole storyline with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Trick Williams was attacked back in October, and they thought, everybody knows it's Carmelo Hayes that attacked him.
Yep.
Everybody knows it's gonna come to fruition, and I believe it's gonna end up coming to fruition at Vengeance Day. And I think what's gonna happen down the line, we're gonna get a series of matches between Hayes and Trick Williams, and I think that ends at, like Lucas said, it's gonna end up at Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend, and I think after that, I believe Carmelo Hayes goes up to the main roster. After that, and Braun Breaker, I think he comes up to the main. They've been holding him off for the main roster for a long ass time.
Nah, I like the storyline he's in with Corbin right now. I think it's funny.
It's working. It's working. I think that tag team stays for a while, and I think Braun Breaker comes up after WrestleMania. I think it's time for him to move up. He's done everything he can in NXT. I think it's time for Braun Breaker to come up.
I think so too.
We've been saying that for the last year.
We have been.
Last year.
We really have been.
Yeah,
we really have been saying that for the last year. I think, remember we said on the last show, there's some people that just fit NXT.
Yeah, we're going to do a show about that in regards to NXT come-ups. Like, in regards to, are there some wrestlers that are just meant just to be NXT and never come up to the main roster? And that's what I feel about DIY. I just don't. I watch them on the main roster, and they look out of place. They look out of place. It looks like they're just going through the motions, and it's like their style was it's like the Monstars when they took the NBA players' powers in Space Jam. It's almost like they took their powers from NXT and then they just threw them in the main roster, and it's like these ain't the same guys we saw in NXT. These guys are totally different.
Right.
And it's like we'll do a show in regards to that about NXT roster call-ups, and if they're gonna work or not. So, but all right, I think we covered everything. Anything else that we're missing? I think we got everything. I think we
got everything. We covered it all.
We covered it all. We did good. That was good. We covered everything. I don't think we missed anything. So, y'all know Royal Rumble this Saturday live, 8:00. That's coming up, and that's it pretty much and everything. Like I said, I'll post the results afterwards in regards to that. But we are on the road to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait. No, another thing I was like, the matches within the Royal Rumble. You get a lot of the WrestleMania matches within the Royal Rumble match itself. So we're definitely going to see the build up to some of those matches at the Rumble. You're going to see guys appearing from Raw on SmackDown. You're going to have guys on SmackDown appearing on Raw. So vice versa. So I'm definitely looking forward. We're WrestleMania season, family. We're in here. So fellas, any last shout outs before we wrap this up?
No, I don't have anything. We covered it all.
Man, just say, rest up, Pops.
Rest up.
I played his jam in my work today. I was jamming.
Yeah, I saw that.
Rest up, Pops, man. Definitely, OG, this was for you, man. This is definitely for you, man. Our loved ones, man. Hey, I know they're watching us from up above and everything. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I had a moment the other night thinking about moms, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
I had a moment, I was, when you're by yourself and everything, you kind of, when the day is over with, you kind of just sitting there with your thoughts and everything. Moms was on my mind.
Right. I feel you on that.
Especially, I'm back into coaching, and moms would be at every one of my games, everything. Even when I was a player, from a player all the way to a coach, moms was there on the sideline regardless. Even though she would complain about what time the game start, she was there. These damn games too damn early. Ain't nobody going to a damn game at 9:00 in the morning. Shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But she was still there as a fan, man, cheering me on, everything. I tell this to everybody, even as a coach. Hey, coaches need cheerleaders too. Just as the parents cheer on their kids, hey, the coaches need that same energy when we coach them kids. Hey, we need cheerleaders as well. So just don't go out there and cheer the kids, cheer on the coach and everything. Because hey, we're the ones that got to deal with them at practice twice a week for an hour.
Right.
And everything. They don't come home with us. They go home with y'all at the end of the day. So don't forget, just as much as y'all tired, we're tired too for those 2 hours a week that we got to deal with them. So, but definitely. But all right, thank y'all for joining us, man. As always, make sure y'all follow the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well. The website is cut. I know I say that all the time in regards to the website. I am working on it. Yes.
Stop lying to everybody.
Yeah, you've been working on that website for 4 years, dog.
No, I'll be honest. I talked to my sister about it. So she's actually supposed to be helping me. Shout out to Beverly, my sister, and everything. And so definitely.
Beverly helped this man.
You are lying to the people. How dare you?
My sister's the one that recommended me to do the website, man. I told my sister, I said, I promise, because she's helping planning my 40th. Oh yeah, 40th birthday party, y'all. Coming up June 1st, my 40th. I'm getting old as shit.
Yeah, I'm catching up to you, motherfuckers, slowly.
Yeah, me and Chris, we get ready to go.
Not Chris, at least.
Man, I was like, shit. I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna be 40 coming up. I was like, damn, I'm getting old as shit. Damn, 50 is like beyond my years. When your doctor's sitting there talking about you need to start getting your prostate and shit, I'm like, damn, dude, shut the hell up.
All I know is I'm geeked for Saturday. It's my favorite time of the year. The Rumble is my favorite show of the year.
I got a Rumble party. I got my boys coming over. Hey.
Chris is coming by my house, and we're going to be wild all night, yelling and screaming. That's all I know.
We're going to have some moments, man. There's definitely going to be some moments. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to a great Royal Rumble. The build-up. We got Elimination Chamber coming up in February, which is going to come on at 5 a.m. It's the first premium live event I'm not watching live. I'll be like, hell, I'm getting up at 5 a.m.
What is Elimination Chamber?
Yeah,
you know
Elimination
what?
Chamber's in February.
You know what?
And it come on at 5 in the morning?
It comes on at 5 in the morning, fam.
On a Saturday?
On a Saturday.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do?
February 20th.
You're going to turn it on. You're going to turn it on and then fall back asleep and have it
They
on.
go right back to sleep just to be a dick.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. If this was under the Vince resume, I'd do the same thing Chris would do. But it's not. And they are treating these shows as actual shows and not fucking house shows now. Which is good.
I feared about doing pay-per-views overseas, the time difference. And
let it.
They're gonna do a
no, but you know what? The only thing that I don't like about you said they treat it like a live event, but they really don't. I mean, they don't treat it like it's on U.S. soil because you know what? At these pay-per-views overseas, the title don't change.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? They don't give overseas the same treatment they'd give over here. You'll have title matches, but you know that the
it's predictable.
The champ is going to retain every time. Every time.
Like the Chamber. If I'm gonna say it like this: if Cody doesn't win the Rumble, Cody's gonna win the Chamber. If Becky doesn't win the Rumble, Becky wins the Chamber. It's kind of like you're seeing it as a fan. You're kind of seeing how things are falling into place already. You already know about 6 of the matches for WrestleMania. We already know like 6 of the.
You kind of know, but you kind of don't at the same time.
Things could change. Things could change. The only thing I don't know about for sure is what they're gonna do with the Intercontinental title. I mean, I know what they're gonna do with the Intercontinental title and everything. If they make Lesnar versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title, obviously I don't think Brock Lesnar's gonna win the Intercontinental title. He doesn't need to win it. So they got to give that win, like Chris was saying, they got to give that win to Gunther, which I totally agree. So the one thing I'm always gonna say it, and I say it every show. You please, God, separate the tag team titles. You got to. At this point, I'm sick of it because you got all these damn tag teams, and you got one set of champions on one show. I'm like, at some point, separate the titles, make the World Tag Team champions, and then make the WWE champions on one show, on another show. You got to do it because at this point, having one champion is like I'm not. And get rid of those blue and red straps. God damn, come on now. The Fruity Pebble Championships. Anyways, with that being said, we are out of here, man. And this will probably be the last episode of Wrestling Talk Radio you'll ever see again.
You really gonna get this
It's been fun, gentlemen, right?
Right. We about to get canceled for the rest of the year. Thanks to you, motherfucker.
All right, Joe. Hey, as always, when we say here at Wrestling Talk Radio, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, we are.
There ain't no next time. We're canceled.
We may not be here next time. Hey, we are. Hey, I might be the only one up here.
Nah, it's your fault. Bye.
Deuces, y'all. Have a good one.